Well, my name is Derek Hartle. I'm the Associate Vice President and Director of Admissions. I've been here at Luther for 14 years. And Luther really is truly a unique place. It's a place where students are able to be heavily involved outside of just being a student. We strongly promote co-curricular and extracurricular activities in addition to obviously classes and studying. But it's a place where students really learn about more than just what they discuss in a classroom. And each year we try to bring in around 640 new students to campus, of which about 40 of those are going to be international students. We currently have international students from about 65 different countries. And we also bring in students from about 40 different states. Obviously about a third of our students come from the state of Iowa, but about a third of our students come from Minnesota, and the other third come from all over the country and all over the world. Each year we try to look at students, when we think about admission, we try to look at students' entire application file and figure out who can be successful at a rigorous liberal arts institution like Luther. And so it goes well beyond just the ACT score, or the SAT score, or the GPA. We focus in on what that student will bring to campus, what classes have they taken, how have they prepared themselves for college. So we don't get real hung up on numbers around here. We don't say that there's a set ACT score you have to have, or a set GPA, but rather we try to figure out if that student has the ability to thrive at a place like Luther College. When students come to visit campus, we will help line them up with faculty appointments. We want them to meet with professors. We want them to talk to coaches. We want them to talk to various people around campus that they might interact with over the course of their 4 years at Luther. And we definitely want to give them a campus tour. We want to walk them around. They're going to see the residence halls. They're going to see the academic buildings. They're going to see the athletic facilities and the extracurricular facilities, and really kind of start to envision themselves as a Luther student for that particular day or those particular days that they're on campus.
Game day visits usually start somewhere around 10 o'clock. We'll get them here. Coach Hafner will do an intro. We'll introduce all the coaches, where they're from, the position that they're coaching. And then he usually releases us and lets us go and prepare for the game while he stays with the recruits. After he does his introduction, we have an admissions counselor come in. And basically what they'll speak for about 15 minutes and tell the guys what the admissions process is like, about filling out your application, about essays that need to be written, how long the process usually takes, about getting in the proper paperwork. So that usually takes about 15 minutes, and they do a really good job. And then from there, Coach Hafner talks a little bit about our program. So usually on a game day visit, it's what a game day atmosphere would be like, what a typical game day would be like as a Norris football player. He'll go through that. Then there's a campus tour, which usually lasts for about 45 minutes. After that, there's just lunch, let them eat, and then the fun part starts, is they get to hang out with the football players. Come down on the sideline while we go through our warm-ups. And that's a big deal, because you get to really feel the excitement. You get to feel the build-up as guys prepare to play a football game. And then after that, they can't be on the sideline during the game, so they usually go to their seats. And then after the game, we usually meet up and just kind of touch base before they head home. Best way for a recruit to get our attention is to go to our website. On the left side of our website, there's a Recruit Me tab. You click on that tab, and then there is another tab that says Recruitment Forms. If you hit that, and then you click football, all right, you'll see a lot of different sports. The first thing that'll pop up will be our main information form, which will go name, address, email address, phone number, what school you're from, what position you play. So you'll fill all that out, and once you fill that out, that goes right into our recruiting system. All right, we have recruiting software that stores all that information for us. I personally get an email every time a recruit fills out information that lets me know that they put their information into the system. Once that happens, then depending on the area that the recruit is from, then we kind of divvy it out to the proper recruiting coach. Once the information is in and the coach has it, usually the process starts with emails, just to kind of to let you know that we received your information, and we're working on processing it and putting it in our system and just kind of putting all the information together. And then usually within the next week or so, there'll be a phone call or a text message. Usually text messages are a lot easier for kids to handle, and just kind of a way to shoot something back at us when they have time, because usually you don't know what their schedule is like. So there'll probably be a text message, but most certainly then a phone call will follow sometime, where we'll call and just try to kind of gauge your interest, but also just kind of to build a relationship, and that's kind of what recruiting is building relationships. So we'll call and we'll try to get information on you while giving you information about us, just so we can both see if there's a fit.